Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us again on this Monday afternoon. We are here highlighting another one of our chamber businesses in our Spotlight on Business video series. This week, we're going to be joining the new owners of San Juan Salt Cave. Now, in this video series, we are highlighting some of our seasoned or veteran businesses as well as our new businesses. We think we get different perspectives from each of those types of business owners, and we want to share that with you, as well as looking at some of the behind the scenes stories and actual visits to the businesses. So without any further ado, as I always say, I have my little iPad here and I'm going to switch my camera and take us to San Juan Salt Cave, which is located in the Aspen Village Center. So here we are. There's the owners, Gwen and Becky. But what a beautiful space you all have here. So thank you all, ladies, for inviting us into your business today. Here we go.
Welcome.
Okay. Now, Salt Cave, is that where you're taking me?
Yes.
Is into the caves.
Yes.
Okay. What a beautiful, okay, here we go. Wow. Oh, wow. This is beautiful. Okay, ladies, is this really salt here on the floor?
Yes, it is.
And you're back by where you are on this bench.
Yes.
It's salt.
It's salt.
Is it a special kind of salt?
This is a pink Himalayan salt.
Okay.
Salt bricks and pink Himalayan salt crumbles.
And so this against the wall, these are actually like salt bricks.
Yes, they are.
My goodness. Okay, so a salt cave.
What's this really is when you come in, it's a salt room,
right?
But the thing is that in Europe, all the men in the village who worked in the salt caves were the healthiest people in the village. And so then the women and children started going in, and the idea of a salt cave took off in the U.S. in about the last decade.
Okay.
And so they're called salt caves, but actually they're salt rooms.
Of course.
Yes.
But you've certainly made it with the walls looking
Cavish.
very cavish, I think. This is a beautiful location. So as you mentioned, Gwen, the concepts of a salt cave or salt room started about 10 years ago. What prompted both you and Becky to open a business like this in Pagosa Springs?
So, my daughter lives in Wyoming, and right across the border in South Dakota, there's a salt cave called the Black Hills Salt Cave. And she took me to one the first time, and every time I went to visit her, I would always be like, can we go to the salt cave? Can we go to the salt cave? And so then I took Becky to the salt cave, and she said, why don't we open one of those? So here we are.
So you did.
Yeah.
So it's a very different, a niche. How did you get all of the salt and your concept? How did you make that come to fruition? I'm assuming you had to do a tremendous amount of research.
Yeah, it's because it's kind of a newer thing. There aren't just packages where you can order a salt cave. So that's sort of what I think we thought at first. You would just go online and order a salt cave package, and then they would come and put it together. And that isn't at all what happens. So we found a company in Florida who kind of puts together what you might need based on your dimensions, and they'll give you plans like, okay, for this much space you need a generator, and a hollow generator is the thing that kind of grinds up the salt into fine enough particles that you can breathe and then pumps it into the air. So this is the size of hollow generator that you will need, or these are how many bricks you might need for that much of a space. So we had to sort of design the room and how big we wanted it to be and sort of what we wanted to look like, and then how big our salt panels would be and so on.
Had
Yeah.
either of you owned a business before?
Yes, we both have.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how was this different than owning the businesses that you've owned previously?
Well, the business that I owned with my husband was a gas station, so quite a bit different in the sense of just not as many crazy things going on. Yeah, so it's a little bit different, but also that was already in place whenever we bought that business, so we didn't have to start it from scratch.
Okay.
So that was a little bit different for me, but your business is
The
also
same
different.
too. Mike and I own Mobile Outfitters, and already in place. Owning it with your husband, I think, is so different than owning it with
Yeah.
your friend. And I think that the end result of this has just been not only a blessing but an accomplishment. More of a feeling of accomplishment than just running a day-to-day business with your husband. It's
Sure.
different.
So being in a partnership like this, do you think each of you brought certain qualities to running and owning this business?
Yes.
You know, Becky, what do you think are some of the qualities you brought to the business?
I think I like research, first of all, so that part was just up my alley. And then just, I think beginning the vision, I'm kind of more big picture, where I think I could like imagine what I might want this to look like. And then Gwen, on the other hand, is much more detail oriented, so she could really come in and help me fill that in, like knowing the right questions to ask. When we had the first meeting with the Salt Chamber people from Florida, she had like an organized list of things that we really had to know that I didn't necessarily have organized. So it's a perfect balance.
Who did the design of the space? Both of you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we talked a lot about colors and just, yeah, everything. So absolutely.
And there are some salt caves. So that's the thing. It's not a franchise. It's not just a kit or a package. So everyone looks different. And one of our friends said, "Oh, I went to one and it looks like a cave." And I was like, we didn't want that cave feeling. We wanted it to be more elegant and more like inviting and relaxing. So I think that we did talk a lot and made a lot
Absolutely.
So speaking of the booking and coming into the Salt Cave, what do I do when I come to the Salt Cave? Tell me about the experience when you come to the Salt Cave and maybe some of the health properties
Okay,
affiliated with them.
I feel like it's been so interesting because every person is different in how they receive, I think, modern medicine, holistic medicine, pharmaceuticals. Every body is different. And I think it was so fun because one lady said to me, "Well, what can I expect?" And I said, "I don't know. I go in there and I fall asleep and drool." Well, when I opened the door, she had like come in and was sort of like timid, it seemed like. Well, when I opened that door, she said, "I am so invigorated." So I think it does so many different things. It can help like boost your immune system. It can help with insomnia. It can help like get over a cold or the flu quicker. There's just so many things. What are some of the other things for you?
Skin, it's helped a lot of people with some acne. And then just when you have kind of that dull skin and you need a refresher, it seems to really spice up your skin color and help you feel better. So.
And you can book your sessions online. And are you in your own session or are you with a group of people?
You can book online, absolutely, and you'll be with your own group. So whoever you bring with you will be in this room. Yeah, for right now, that's exactly what it
But you can also just call our number and we'll book you.
Okay.
We can tell you what's available by phone and then we'll actually book you online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are there any other services that are here at San Juan Salt Cave?
Yes, we have massage and body scrub. What else does she do in there?
Oh, I think she does like deep tissue massage.
Yeah,
and
all
just
kinds of
regular,
massage.
so you can choose what you want.
Can make almost a half a day of this.
Absolutely. And we also have the infrared sauna.
Okay.
and red light therapy. So that like will focus on
Kind of target
muscle.
injuries, yeah, inflammation.
Okay. So ladies, as business owners coming into this, is there something that you wish you had done and maybe didn't? Or do you think you did a pretty good job of opening your business the way you wanted it to open?
I think it's gone really
Yeah.
well. The only thing I
Very
will
excited.
say that I know that I did wrong, but this is so funny that I didn't notice, which I think just illustrates how we are. Because like I said, I'm big picture and she's more detail. But there's a window out there that when I put it back in, I put it upside down, and I didn't even notice until Gwen saw it.
I was like, how can we fix that? And she's like, ooh.
I don't think it's ever getting
Yeah.
fixed.
Okay. Well, that'll make this space unique then. Okay. So any words of wisdom for maybe someone watching this video that is looking to open a business? Anything you'd like to say to them?
I do think it's super important to have good customer service, whether you're answering the phone or you have people come in. And I think that you should listen to them and be super honest and transparent. Like, yes, we can offer that, or no, that's not something we can do. I think that we have had a lot of repeat business already. And I think we've had a lot of word of mouth business. And I feel like it's just because we have been willing to give like a listening ear and see what people want. And we've been consistent in our hours. I think that's really important. If you say you're open at 10, be open at 10. And just, I think it's important to offer people what they want and listen to them.
Well, that's great advice. And certainly customer service can make or break your business. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, I can't thank you enough for joining us today. We are excited. Now your business opened, you've been open how long now?
We opened October 7th, so it's almost 6 months.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we certainly wish you all the best, all the success. We are here today at Juan Salt Cave, located in the Aspen Village Center. Thank you all so much for joining us again this Monday. Remember that we will be having a new business featured every Monday at noon, and we'll be shifting between our veteran businesses and older businesses and our new businesses. So join us every Monday for a new business here at our Spotlight on Business video series. Thank you again, ladies, for joining us,
Thank
and
you.
we hope to see everybody next Monday.